The fairy tale is unraveling in Montecito. It's been 6 years since Prince Harry and Meghan Markle exchanged the opulent confines of Buckingham Palace for the liberating sunshine of California. 6 years since they touched down on American shores with boundless opportunities ahead. As Netflix showered them with lucrative contracts valued in the hundreds of millions, and Hollywood's elite scrambled to align with their regal allure. 6 years since they vowed to forge a new path, share their authentic experiences, and reshape notions of modernity, independence, and genuine influence. Yet today, the murmurs have escalated into loud declarations. The glamorous events have become less frequent. The outreach from streaming moguls has ceased. Industry experts, royal observers, and even former supporters assert that Harry and Meghan haven't merely squandered their prime opportunity in Hollywood, they've deliberately undermined it. This is the account of how the globe's most renowned duo depleted their reservoir of goodwill in Tinseltown, transforming a fairy tale into a stark warning. Let's go back to 2020, as that's the true starting point of this narrative. When Harry and Meghan stepped away from royal obligations and settled in the United States, they weren't simply departing from the monarchy. They were diving into the fiercest, most cutthroat arena imaginable, the entertainment world. Crucially, they didn't enter as novices seeking entry. They came as actual royalty, boasting immediate recognition, a poignant history, a contemporary romance, and above all, a rebellious storyline that Hollywood devours. The powers that be rejected us. We're breaking chains. We're voicing our realities. It was ideal, and Hollywood concurred. In mere months, they landed agreements that elude most creators for a lifetime. A rumored $100 million production pact with Netflix. A multi-year podcast arrangement with Spotify estimated at $25 million. Publishing contracts, speaking gigs, charitable collaborations. The globe lay at their disposal. Seasoned professionals hailed them as the most marketable non-active royals ever. A publicist at the time remarked that their cultural clout surpassed that of most top-tier actors. However, a peculiar shift began. The output failed to live up to the buzz. Their inaugural major endeavor, Meghan's Spotify podcast Archetypes, debuted amid enormous excitement. It featured high-profile guests such as Serena Williams, Mariah Carey, and Mindy Kaling. It even secured a People's Choice Award. Yet, internally, Spotify leaders reportedly grew exasperated. Insiders allege the pair proved challenging collaborators, missing key dates, and failing to produce the anticipated volume of material. By mid-2023, Spotify ended the partnership. A Spotify official supposedly labeled them opportunists in private conversations. That stings. The true shock, though, Netflix. The streaming powerhouse that invested heavily in the Sussexes and appeared justified when their series Harry and Meghan emerged as one of the platform's most watched releases. The 6-episode documentary aired in December 2022, amassing a remarkable 81.55 million viewing hours in just 4 days. It shattered records. It dominated global trends. It felt like validation of their immense value. But here's the untold aspect. That documentary succeeded because it centered on them. Their struggles, their romance, their flight from royal constraints. It was unfiltered, heartfelt, and intensely personal. Audiences tuned in for the gossip, the exclusive insights, the intrigue. Yet what occurs when the revelations dry up? What if you've recounted your tale and must now innovate, crafting fresh material not solely revolving around yourselves? That's precisely where it unraveled. Jump to 2025, and Archewell Productions' content output has been, charitably speaking, disappointing. Meghan's lifestyle show With Love Meghan was meant to herald her resurgence, highlighting her skills as a trendsetter, presenter, and lifestyle icon akin to Martha Stewart or Gwyneth Paltrow. Upon release, it didn't merely underperform, it flopped spectacularly. Accounts indicate the series didn't even penetrate Netflix's top 300 programs for much of 2025. Consider that. Netflix hosts countless titles. This one, endorsed by a duchess and hyped everywhere, couldn't crack the top 300. Next up was Harry's Polo documentary. Polo embodies affluence, status, and naturally royalty. It ought to have been a slam dunk, a visually captivating exploration of an exclusive realm. But audiences remained indifferent. The program generated no excitement, no viral momentum, and crucially, failed to demonstrate that Harry and Meghan could thrive with content detached from their personal upheavals. Now, the consequences are evident. Multiple sources report that Netflix will not extend their exclusive multi-year production deal upon its September expiration. Representatives close to the agreement insist there's no ill will, that it's simply time to move on, with relations staying cordial. But let's dispense with the polished narratives. When a streamer opts not to renew a $100 million contract with two of the planet's most recognizable figures, it's not a mutual farewell. It's a termination. It's Hollywood signaling, "Thanks, but we're set." Analysts point to a wider pattern. Streaming services are tightening budgets, phasing out extravagant exclusive packs, and prioritizing established successes over celebrity risks. Yet the key distinction is this: Netflix retained Shonda Rhimes and Ryan Murphy. They didn't abandon proven talents who consistently deliver sought-after content. They parted ways with Harry and Meghan
to the UK.
That speaks volumes. What derailed them?
A young Meghan Markle
How could individuals
probably
with
dreaming
limitless
about
potential,
princes and
wealth,
fairy
and
tales
favor
like
exhausted
so
in
many
under 6
teenage
years?
girls do, posing in
The
front of the very
explanation for Hollywood
palace
veterans
she'd one
lies in
day walk
authenticity
into
or
as
its
an
absence.
actual duchess.
The Sussexes seemed oblivious to a fundamental truth. Hollywood disregards titles. It values skill.
Here's the kicker. He
It
believes her
values
next
delivery.
move-
She had no
And
clue
crucially, it
what was
values
waiting for her.
genuineness.
No idea that years
Upon arriving
later
in California,
she'd be living that
their message was
fantasy,
straightforward.
and then watching it all
We're
fall
starting
apart.
anew.
That photo is like
We're constructing
this
something
weird
original.
time capsule
We're
moment
abandoning
that
royal
makes
life.
the whole
Yet
story
every
even
venture, every
crazier.
chat, every
Now,
creation
royal biographer Tom
revolved
Bauer
around the royal
actually looked
existence
into
they
their
claimed to
friendship
forsake.
when he was
Polished.
doing
The Netflix
camera-ready
film?
Duchess, or
Royal
even as
themes.
the actress
Harry's
trying to make it in
autobiography,
Hollywood.
Spare.
She knew her
Royal
before all of
narratives.
that. Before there was an
Meghan's
image to
podcast,
maintain,
royal
before there were
undertones.
PR teams,
Even their
crafting
philanthropy
every
via
statement,
Archewell
before every
frequently alluded
move
to
was
their
calculated
institutional
for
past.
maximum impact.
They sought to flee the
Nanaki
palace,
watched
but
Meghan
couldn't cease
transform from a
referencing it.
regular kid with
Hollywood
big
took
dreams
note.
into someone
A notable
absolutely
publicist commented that the duo
determined to
received
make those dreams
unparalleled
happen,
chances
no
to
matter
excel
what
in
it took.
Hollywood,
Meghan Markle
but they
just
accomplished less
experienced
than
one of the
nothing.
most humiliating
They
nights of her
sabotaged the
post-royal
openings
life,
provided.
and it all went down at what
That's
was
not
supposed
merely
to be a
severe.
cozy women-
She
It's
saw
crushing.
the ambition kicking
It
in
implies the
early, the
industry
drive
didn't
that
merely
wouldn't
lose
quit, the way
enthusiasm.
relationships
It
and
developed aversion.
opportunities
Why?
got approached.
They were perceived as single-trick acts. Their sole sellable trait was royal hardship, and once exploited, they offered
One
little
by
else.
one, long-time
Yet, it's not
connections got
confined to the
quietly cut
material.
off. It wasn't just Nanaki either.
It's the
There's a
turmoil
whole
backstage.
pattern here of people
Since
who
relocating
knew
to California,
pre-royal Meghan,
the Sussexes have
suddenly
seen a
finding
constant
themselves
churn of
on the
personnel.
outside looking in.
Chiefs of
And
staff,
Nanaki,
PR managers,
she was one of the
production
biggest
heads,
casualties.
even aides.
The woman who'd
Many
been
exited
by
after brief
Meghan's
stints.
side since they
Some
were
left
toddlers,
discreetly.
who'd seen
Others
every
purportedly
phase
departed
of her
with
life,
unflattering
who knew
tales
her
of
better than
disorganized
almost
leadership,
anyone,
excessive
suddenly found
expectations,
herself
and flawed
completely shut
planning.
out. No explanation,
instability
no
doesn't
big
remain
fight
confidential
that
in
people heard about, just
Hollywood.
cut off. Done.
Gossip
Erased.
spreads.
Seriously
When the field observes recurring high
inconvenient when you're
turnover,
trying
it
to
triggers
control
alarms.
your narrative. So, yeah,
It
the
implies
fact
the
that
issue
this
isn't the
friendship
staff,
got
it's
cut
the
off
management.
right as Meghan was
An
transitioning
industry
into
expert
royal
reportedly
life,
characterized
that's not a
the
coincidence.
Sussexes' image
That's
as
a
plagued
choice.
by
And
erratic
it's a
brand
choice
management,
that says a
which
lot
translates
about what
to
matters more.
they lack direction.
Decades of genuine friendship
realm
or
founded on
protecting
connections,
a carefully
standing and
constructed
dependability,
image.
that's
what
fatal.
makes this even
Now,
more telling
let's
is that
examine Meghan's recent
Meghan, you might want
initiative.
to buckle up,
As while
because your
Hollywood cools
ex-bestie,
toward the
Ninnicky Pretty,
Sussexes,
just dropped
Meghan
a
Markle
cryptic
appears
message on X.
undeterred.
The tweet
Introducing
reads,
American
Nanaki
Riviera
wasn't the only
Orchard,
one.
her
She's
emerging
just the
lifestyle
most
venture
visible
launched early
example
in
because of
2025.
how long they'd known each other
The brand
and because
debuted
she's
with
been willing to
handmade
talk
items,
about it.
luxury preserves,
Ladies and gentlemen,
premium honey, the sort of
grab your
sophisticated,
popcorn,
photo-ready
because
products
now
evoking goop
we'll
meets in a
uncover the
garden.
details.
At first, it thrived.
We're not talking about
Launches
normal
sold out
little girl
instantly.
Disney dreams.
The site
This
buckled
was
under
something
demand.
more intense.
It seemed Meghan had discovered
was
her niche,
genuinely
but fractures soon
captivated by
emerged.
royal life. The
American
glamour,
Riviera
the
Orchard
status,
isn't merely a
everything
lifestyle
that came
label.
with it. That
It's
photo of
inherently
teenage
regal,
Meghan
regardless of
outside
Meghan's
Buckingham
stance.
Palace.
Consider
that wasn't
the candles,
just
for
some
instance.
random
She unveiled a
tourist
signature
moment.
scent
She
named
was drawn to
519,
that world
a
in
nod to
way
May
that went
19th,
beyond casual
her wedding day to
interest.
Prince Harry.
It's wild to think about
Promotional
now, knowing how
content
everything
frequently
played
includes
out.
Harry
But
subtly
here's
in
what
the
really
frame.
stands out.
A quiet yet
Nanaki's
clear
talked about
nod that
how
this
Meghan
transcends
approached
Meghan Markle, the
relationships,
lifestyle
and this
expert.
is where things get
It's Meghan
uncomfortable.
Markle, Duchess of Sussex. This creates complications.
Was in. But once
Reports
that
indicate
phase
Prince
ended,
Harry is
once
profoundly
those
uneasy
people
about serving as a
had
promotional
served their
asset for
purpose,
Meghan's
they get
enterprise.
discarded. It wasn't just romantic
Sources
relationships
suggest
either.
he's
It was
irritated by
friendships,
appearances
professional
at prominent
connections.
occasions like World
Did you miss
Series
the good old word
matches,
salad?
not due
Well,
to a
Meghan Markle
passion
is
for
back,
baseball,
serving it with a
but
side of
because Meghan's
self-promotion
team
and a
craves the
garnish of forced
publicity.
relatability.
He allegedly
Family
senses he's reduced
dynamics.
to a
There
supporting
was
role
this
in his wife's commercial
constant
ambitions,
churn
and the
of
strain is
people
becoming
coming in
apparent.
and then being pushed out.
Meghan,
when
however,
they no
presses
longer
forward.
fit the new
In fact, she's
version
intensifying
of her life.
efforts.
The really
The
telling
brand
part
has
is
broadened
how
to include
clean
candles
it
and
fizzled
sparkling
out.
wines,
The podcast
gearing
got
up for a
canceled.
robust holiday
The
push.
Netflix deal produced minimal
Royal
content.
analysts contend this
Nothing
is
was
merely the
created
outset.
the cultural impact that was
Associates of the
promised.
Duchess reveal
It's this
aspirations to
pattern
elevate
of grabbing
American Riviera
opportunities,
Orchard
making big
into a
promises,
colossal brand,
and then not delivering.
with some speculating
Here's what's
she
really
aims for
going
billionaire
on.
status.
Meghan can't decide what her
Yes,
brand
billionaire.
actually is.
Not merely
she
a thriving
wanted to be a
businesswoman or esteemed
humanitarian,
lifestyle
but
figure,
questions
but a
started
billionaire.
coming. She wanted to be a Hollywood producer.
To planner.
To achieve this, she's cultivating elite networks. She's attended intimate gatherings hosted by Emma Gredd, co-founder of Skims and a cornerstone of Kim Kardashian's domain. She's been spotted with social media stars, business titans, and venture capitalists.
Engelson knows the truth about how their marriage ended.
Meghan intends to erect a lifestyle conglomerate rivaling Goop, Skims, and Martha Stewart
growing
Living.
up with Meghan was really
Yet the challenge is
and as
stark.
Meghan becomes
Those
more
brands
desperate
stem
for
from
relevance,
decades of
as
trustworthiness,
these ventures
steady excellence,
keep
and above all,
failing,
sincerity.
more of these voices are willing
Gwyneth
to
Paltrow
speak
built
up.
Goop
The
after an
carefully
Oscar-winning
constructed
career.
image is
Kim
cracking.
Kardashian constructed an empire through reality TV, social dominance, and tireless effort. Martha Stewart endured incarceration and
and the
rebounded
real
fortified.
stories leaking
Meghan's
through.
venture
Here's the
conversely
thing
rests
that
on
keeps getting
preserves and
glossed
her royal
over.
ties.
Nanaki isn't some
That's an
isolated, don't
unsustainable
always
base.
line up with the image
The
she's
instant
trying
royal
to
links
project
diminish
now.
what endures.
What keeps coming up is
Detractors
this
are
idea
already
that
highlighting this.
relationships with
They
Meghan
observe that
had a
each launch
shelf
post and
life.
campaign
People would be
subtly
in her
connects
inner
to her
circle
palace
for a
era.
while, serving
The
whatever
anniversary
role she
candles,
needed at that
the
moment.
Montecito home
Emotional
imagery,
support,
the
career
deliberate use of her
connections,
Duchess
maintaining a certain
designation.
image.
It's engineered to remind buyers this isn't an ordinary lifestyle brand. It's a regal
So I
one.
want you to listen
The
to
irony is palpable.
this.
But
Their
once that
exodus from the
need was
family aimed to
fulfilled,
evade
things would
royal
change,
definitions,
the
yet
closeness
here they
would
stand,
fade,
6 years
communication
on,
would drop
unable
off,
to market
and
a
eventually
candle
the
without
person would be
invoking their
gone.
heritage.
And it wasn't mutual.
Where
it
does
was
this
a
position
one-sided
Harry?
decision that left people
Honestly,
confused
as
about what
Meghan
they'd done
pursues her
wrong.
preserved
Former
dynasty,
friends
Harry
have talked
appears
about
increasingly
this.
lost.
Being really close to
His
Meghan,
memoir,
thinking
Spare,
they had
achieved
this
phenomenal
genuine
sales,
connection,
ranking
then
among the
can't
swiftest
rewrite
nonfiction
history when
bestsellers
so many
ever.
people lived through it and
But it
remember
severed
what
nearly all
actually
familial
happened.
bonds.
So
The
where does
disclosures
all of
about
this
William,
leave Harry?
Charles, and the
Because
Queen were so
honestly,
intimate,
his
so
situation
biting,
has got
that
to
reconciliation
be
feels
absolutely
improbable.
nightmarish at this point. Think
With
about
book
everything
revenue
he
waning,
gave up
what
to be
avenues
with
remain for
Meghan.
Harry?
His
His polo film stumbled. His Invictus Games commentary, while significant, lacks broad appeal. His charitable
We're not
endeavors,
talking about
commendable
small
as they are,
sacrifices
don't
here.
cover
He
expenses.
walked away
So what's a
from
prince
his
sans a
military
realm to
titles.
manage?
The
Per
thing he was
insiders, he's grappling to
genuinely
establish
passionate
himself.
about. If anything, they've
Some
lost
accounts
the
portray him as
platform that
isolated,
actually gave
estranged
them
from his former
reach
world,
and
yet not fully
influence.
assimilated
The
into the
freedom
new.
Meghan talked about.
He's
It's
no
turned
longer
into
fully
Harry
British nor
watching
truly
his
American.
wife desperately
He's
trying
no
to stay
longer
in the
royal,
spotlight
but
by
not
attending
entirely
events
ordinary.
that would have been beneath her before.
He's trapped in an odd
launching
in-between,
brands
and it's
that
manifesting.
flop, starting
The
projects
poignant reality
that go
is that
nowhere.
Hollywood
This
figures
isn't
who
the life
genuinely
he
hoped
signed
for
up
their
for.
triumph
This isn't
are
what
now
he was
publicly
told it would
distancing
be.
themselves.
And here's the really devastating
An
part.
anonymous
Harry
entertainment
can't
leader
admit
stated
any
the
of
pair
this
possessed
publicly.
every edge,
He's
asset, and
completely
contact,
trapped.
yet still
Did you ever
faltered.
see
More
anything?
obvious
That's
by
not
the day.
misfortune,
He
it's
sees
poor
the
planning.
pattern of failed
Another source
projects,
claimed their
the
gravest
burned
error was
bridges from her
assuming their
past
saga
catching
sufficed.
up with her, the voices
It
of
doesn't.
people like
In
Nanaki
Hollywood,
getting
your prior
louder,
work matters
and he
only
can't
as much
say
as your
anything
upcoming
because
one.
saying something
Currently, their
means
next
admitting
endeavor is
he was
non-existent.
wrong. It means
streaming
admitting
pact
that
is
everyone who
terminated.
warned him might have
The
had a
podcast
point.
agreement is ended. The lifestyle label is charming but untested, and the royal honorifics that once unlocked doors are under
It
parliamentary
means
scrutiny.
facing the reality
Recall
that he
amid
traded
Hollywood's
a
chill
life
the
of
UK
genuine
debates revoking
purpose
Harry and
and
Meghan's
family
titles
connection
entirely.
for a life of
Should
chasing
that occur?
relevance.
Should
in
they forfeit
Montecito.
Duke and
The
Duchess
life Harry
statuses?
needs
What
to
remains of their
understand.
identity?
The pattern of behavior
What's the
is
selling
too
point, then?
consistent.
This
the
is
trail
Hollywood's
of
harsh
burned
truth.
relationships
Fame
too
alone isn't
long
sufficient.
for this to quietly
You must
go
prove
away.
valuable.
As Meghan
You must
becomes more
produce.
desperate for relevance,
Presently,
as
Harry
her
and
ventures
Meghan
keep
aren't.
failing,
The favor has
more people
evaporated.
from her past are
The
going to
intrigue
feel
has
empowered
waned.
to
The
share
sector has
their
progressed.
truth. The carefully
Unless they
constructed
adapt,
narrative
unless
is
they
cracking
demonstrate
wide
depth
open,
beyond
and
headlines,
every new voice
beyond
makes those
controversies,
cracks bigger.
beyond a parable of mistaking notoriety for ability. They're done. Yet there's a plot twist. It's not concluded. Meghan
Think about
Markle
what
is
that
remarkably
means for
tenacious.
Harry's kids. Archie
Admire or
and Lily
criticize her,
Diana,
she's a
she
battler.
joins. Every
If anyone
brand
can
launch
rebound
that
from
flops,
obscurity's
every
edge, it
venture
could be
that
her.
fizzles out,
American
makes the
Riviera Orchard might
desperation
soar.
more obvious.
The ideal
And the
alliance,
harder
product
she tries to
expansion, or
maintain
timing
control,
could revolutionize
the more
everything.
people seem willing to
And
break
Harry?
their silence.
Perhaps he
it's like
discovers his
watching
voice.
someone try to hold
Maybe he
sand
pens
in
another
their
volume,
fist. The
focusing
tighter
on
they
recovery
squeeze,
rather than
the more it
sorrow.
slips through their fingers.
Perhaps he directs
What's
a film
really
addressing grander
devastating
issues.
is that
Possibly.
Harry's watching
Time is
all of
limited,
this and
though.
he can't do anything
Hollywood's
about it.
recall is brief,
He gave
its
up
focus even
everything
briefer.
for
The
promises
Sussexes
that
seized their
haven't
spotlight.
materialized.
They commanded global
For
notice,
short.
industry backing,
So,
and public empathy.
Neil Sean put out
And they
a,
squandered
video yesterday
Not
on
abruptly,
So
not
here we
sensationally.
are, Ninaki
But gradually,
Pretty,
via
a woman
each venture,
who's known
dialogue,
Meghan since they
personnel
were 2
exit.
years old,
They eroded
has
their
to
own
go
groundwork
viral
until naught
defending her
remained.
own existence.
What's the moral?
Because the truth
The
about
insight
their
from Harry Harry and
doesn't
Meghan's
fit
Hollywood
the
ascent
narrative
and
people
descent?
want to believe.
This.
That's
Closeness to
where
excellence isn't
we're
excellence.
at. When
A designation
childhood
doesn't
best
equate
friends
to
become
aptitude.
conspiracy theory
And favor, however
battlegrounds,
plentiful,
when
is finite.
decades of shared
You
history
must
get
cultivate it,
questioned and
safeguard it,
attacked.
and chiefly honor it.
Harry owes me.
Once depleted, retrieval is nearly unattainable.
Meghan owes me.
Currently, gazing from their Montecito estate at the Pacific
Something
sunset,
seriously
Harry and
wrong
Meghan are
with the
absorbing
picture
this
being
lesson
painted.
painfully.
The harder anyone
golden
tries
past has
keep
dulled.
failing, the
enchantment
past
has
keeps
vanished.
catching up, and
Hollywood,
you can't say a
that
word about
merciless,
any of it
dazzling,
because admitting the
pitiless entity,
truth means
has
admitting
shifted
he
to the
gave
subsequent
up
sensation.
everything.
The
for
query
nothing.
isn't if they can
That's the real
recapture their
tragedy
Tinseltown
here.
pedestal.
He's trapped in a life
It's whether
that
they
looks
ever possessed
nothing
one.
like what he was told
Or were
it
they
would
mere
be.
transients,
Surrounded
mistaking
by the
stardom for
wreckage of
endurance,
burned
news
bridges
for heritage,
and
and
failed
celebrity for the more
dreams.
elusive
Meghan Markle gifted
esteem.
Khloe Kardashian a lavish
What are your
basket
views?
featuring her as ever
Did
products,
Harry and Meghan
including
forfeit their
wine,
Hollywood
honey,
pinnacle,
and fresh produce.
or were they
Unable
doomed
to
from
even
inception?
acknowledge what's right
Is
in front of
Meghan's
him.
lifestyle
The
venture
question
the
everyone's
unforeseen
asking is
resurgence,
simple. How
or
much
merely
longer
another
can this
Regal-branded
actually
profit
last?
scheme
How
bound to
long-
peter out? Crucially, can they restore the lost goodwill, or does this mark the Sussex brand's finale? Share your opinions below. I'm eager to hear. Are you supporting Sussex, hoping for their revival? Or siding with Hollywood, anticipating their obscurity? If you've read this far, you're as engrossed in this drama as I am, so please, hit like, subscribe, and enable notifications. This tale is unfinished. Be it a victorious return or a dramatic downfall, we'll cover every development. Until then, gaze at the stars. But recall, in Hollywood, they plummet